Then I hit 26.2 miles, marathon distance. Only the second time in my life I'd run that far. The first was an unofficial run in Guam with another SEAL when I was in peak shape. This time, untrained, heavy, running purely on muscle memory and misplaced confidence. And the horrifying realization hit me. I still had nearly 3 more marathons to go. 20 more hours. Incomprehensible. Felt like I was trying to run across the entire sky. The comfortable delusion started cracking. Doubt seeped in. This could end very, very badly. Mets kept checking on me. Ran alongside for bits each lap. "How you feeling, Goggins?" "Good to go, sir," I'd lie, still trying to project that SEAL hardness. Couldn't admit I was starting to hurt, starting to doubt. Truth was, the pain was becoming real. Quads throbbing from the unaccustomed pounding. Feet chafing, bleeding inside my shoes. That old question started bubbling up again, the one that haunts every endurance athlete when they hit the wall. Why? Why am I doing this to myself? Fair question. I hadn't even heard of this race 3 days prior. Chris Kosman, the Badwater director, had basically dared me to do it to qualify for his race. So, was I just doing it to prove him wrong? To get into Badwater? Was that the only reason? At mile 27, staring down another 73 miles of pain that seemed like a pretty thin fucking reason. Then I remembered. Operation Red Wings, Afghanistan, the remote mountains, Danny Dietz, Michael Murphy, Matthew Axelson, Marcus Luttrell. I knew those guys. Dietz was in my Bud S class before he got rolled. Murphy was in my class before he got rolled. Axelson graduated with my Huya class, the guys I helped mentor. Luttrell, one of the first guys I met when I started Bud S, asking me for running tips because it was his weakness. June 2005, that mission went sideways. Ambushed. Outnumbered maybe 100-4, they fought like hell. A helicopter full of reinforcements, 16 more souls shot down. 19 American special operators killed. Murphy, Axelson, Dietz among them. Luttrell, the lone survivor, miraculously saved by Afghan villagers. The news hit me hard back when I was finishing jump school. Families left behind. Wives, kids, bills don't stop just because a hero dies. The Special Operations Warrior Foundation helps those families, pays for college educations. That's why I wanted to run Badwater. That's why I was running this race. It wasn't about me. It was about them, about honoring their sacrifice, raising money for their kids. That became my why. That's what I told myself at mile 27. Purpose bigger than David Goggins. Sound noble, yeah maybe, but hold that thought, mile 50, past the halfway mark. Ms. Inagaki dropped me miles ago, she was a machine, me. I was entering a fugue state. Pain wasn't just knocking anymore, it owned the fucking house. Thighs felt like lead pipes filled with broken glass. Every step was a negotiation with gravity, trying to lift feet that felt magnetically attached to the earth. My stride, twisted, torqued, ugly, just trying to keep moving forward. Then the shins ignited. Felt like hot venom pouring directly into the marrow of my tibias. Flashed back to Bud S class 235, duct taping my broken legs just to run. Didn't bring tape this time. Wouldn't have mattered. Stopping to tape felt impossible. Starting again, even more so, kept going. Lungs seized up a few miles later, hacking up brown mucus again. Chest rattling. Cold set in, even in San Diego. Shortness of breath. Fog rolled in, halos around the streetlights. Felt otherworldly. Like I'd slipped into another dimension where pain was the only language, synced to the ghosts of past suffering. Every cough, every ragged breath flashed me back to that first Bud S class, pneumonia raging, vomiting blood while carrying that goddamn log. Was I dreaming? Hallucinating? Slapped my face, pulled my ears. Felt the slick mix of sweat, saliva, blood, mucus on my chin. SBG's hard-ass seals, the runners I saw in my head earlier. Gone, just me, alone, losing touch. Mile 69, that fucking 7-foot ramp. The incline that mocked my existence. Hit it, knees buckled. Reeled backward like a drunk. Staggered, nearly fell. Took 10 seconds to cover maybe 10 feet. Each second stretched like elastic, snapping back with waves of pain from toes to skull. Hacking, coughing, gut twisting. Collapse felt imminent, deserved. The price of hubris. Mile 70. Couldn't take another step. Kate had the lawn chair set up. Teetered towards it, saw 3 of her 6 hands reaching out, guided me into the chair. Dizzy, dehydrated, starving for electrolytes I hadn't packed. Kate, bless her heart, she was a nurse, knew the basics. My blood pressure was probably cratering. She took off my shoes. White socks soaked, caked in blood. Cracked toenails, broken blisters everywhere. Foot pain wasn't an illusion. This was real damage. My stomach rumbled. Then the final indignity. Bloody piss streamed down my leg. Before I could react, liquefied shit exploded out of me. Filled my shorts, smeared onto the chair that would never be the same, had to hide it from Kate. If she saw the full extent of the breakdown, she'd pull me from the race. Couldn't let that happen. 70 miles, 12 hours, zero training. This was the result. This was the reward. Myoplex and Ritz crackers mocked me from the sidelines. Sat there, head in hands, for 20 minutes. Time ticking away. Runners shuffling past, ghosts in the periphery. Dream dying. Kate came back. Knelt down, helped me lace up my boots, my broken feet throbbing. Handed me Matrin, cookies, PB&J sandwiches, Gatorade, didn't know how bad it really was, helped me stand, world wobbled. Saw her split into two, then three again, held onto her, stabilized, took one step. Ungodly pain. Feet felt like bags of shattered glass. Stress fractures, I knew it later. Bill for arrogance paid in full, took another step. Wincing, eyes watering, another. Kate let go, I walked on, slowly. Way too fucking slow. That 100-mile goal slipping away fast, walking a 20-minute mile now. Mizunagaki lapped me, breezy, athletic, me, a fucking zombie. Margin for error gone, burned to ash. 4 hours later. Nearly 2 a.m. mile 81. Kate walks with me. Don't believe you're gonna make the time at this pace, she says, matter of fact. No cushion. Stared at her, mucus and protein shake dribbling down my chin. Life drained from my eyes. Every step for the last 4 hours took maximum focus, maximum effort, wasn't enough. Philanthropic dream, dead, choked, coughed, took another sip of Myoplex. Roger that, I whispered. Knew she was right, pace slowing, getting worse. That's when it hit me. The real truth. This wasn't about red wings, not about the families, not about Badwater qualification. That helped get me started, gave me a noble excuse. But when you're shitting yourself, pissing blood, feet broken, body screaming, 19 miles left to go in the dead of night, noble intentions don't mean shit. None of that could fuel me now. This run, this suffering, this whole insane quest to push myself to the brink, it was about me, about how much I was willing to suffer, how much more I could take, how much I had to give when I thought I had nothing left. This had to get personal. Deeply fucking personal. Stared down at my legs stained with piss and blood. Who in this entire fucked up world would still be in this fight? The answer echoed back, only you, Goggins. You haven't trained, you don't know shit about hydration or performance. All you know is you refuse to fucking quit. But why? That question again. Why refuse? Funny thing, we hatch our biggest dreams, our most audacious goals when we're comfortable. Sitting on the couch, warm, fed, safe. Everything seems possible then. Kosman laid out his challenge. I was probably fresh off a shower, feeling good. Easy to accept then. Heat of battle, different story. Your mind spins, questions become toxic. Unless you're prepared, unless you've disciplined your mind before the suffering starts, the only answer you'll find is the one that makes it stop. Fast, I don't know, but hell weak. That changed me. It crammed a lifetime of highs and lows into 130 hours. Forged a different mindset. Taught me the language of suffering, the wisdom earned through controlled failure and brutal perseverance. That's why I even signed up for this race with no notice. That's why, even now, worn the fuck down, price of being hard staring me in the face, quitting wasn't the final answer. Because being worn down is the price of being hard. Quitting now meant lifelong purgatory, trapped knowing I didn't stay in the fight. Getting knocked out, no shame. Throwing in the towel, eternal shame. Born to suffer, fine. Take the fucking medicine. The voices in my head were relentless, penetrating, had to bite back, out loud, into the dark, onto something. Realized still being in the fight was the miracle, not God's miracle, my miracle, I did this. Kept going when I should have quit hours ago. I am the reason I still have a chance. Remembered being a kid, fucked up life, but mom always found a way. Stocked that cookie jar.